Hey guys, it's Adrian over BHA here, bringing you a new video. So, the great folks over at Aosu sent me over another cool camera to show you guys. So late last year, we looked at their floodlight cam, which was pretty awesome. And it had some pretty neat features in the app that you could do with it, which made it unique to some of the other floodlight cams that we had seen. But now we're going to be looking at their SolarCam D1 Lite, or D1 SE. So this is a fully PTZ camera. It's solar powered, supports 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, so no 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, but it does have a nice range of view, and it's great for those areas where you may not have power, but you can get Wi-Fi signal. Then of course, with sunlight, you can power the camera, and it works out pretty well. So without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so you probably saw on the Aosu website in the previous section of the video that you could pick up this camera for $82, 83 bucks. Well, you can get it on Amazon's website for about $79.99, so roughly the same price, a little bit cheaper. What I like to tell folks is if you're interested in products that you can get on Amazon, watch them for a little bit if you're not in a hurry to get the product. Because I see coupons drop on Amazon all the time. They last for a few days and they go away, so definitely worth monitoring items that you're interested in to take advantage of coupons when they come available. But without further ado, let's get started. All right, so let's get this thing opened up here. So as you can see, there's not a lot of information on the outside of the box. I know sometimes we look at some of these vendors and they put all of the information on there on the box just so you can see the contents of what all is coming in it and what its capabilities are. They also keeps it pretty light. They don't put a lot out there, but let's get the lid opened up here. Right there on the top, you get a sticker for security, so you can put that on the window if you wanted to. We got instructions for getting this thing set up. Next up, we got the solar panel, and as you can see, they kind of give us a lengthy USB-C cable that we can use. That way you're able to kind of mount this solar panel wherever you need to get that best sunlight that required for charging of the batteries. Of course, that USB-C will plug straight into the camera. Let's see what else we got. We got two sets of mounting screws, one for the solar panel mount and one for the camera mount as well. This is the mounting bracket for the camera. And then the second mounting bracket here is for the solar panel. And then of course here we have the camera itself. Now of course this is a similar design to what we've seen with other PTZ cameras. The mount kind of holds the camera from up above, giving that PTZ camera a nice wide field of view. So it gets really good coverage that way. And as you can see, it comes with a USB-C cable as well. And on the very bottom of this camera is where that SD card slot is, as well as the power button. Now remember, this holds up to 128 gig SD card for local storage. Other than that, that looks like there's some sticker templates there for making sure that you get all of the screw holes in the right place for mounting this thing properly. But that's about it as far as what you get in the box itself. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, and we will get this camera added into the Aosu app. Adding cameras to the Aosu app is pretty simple. They do a good job of making it as smooth as possible. It's a little easier to get the camera added to the app before you get it installed, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. So here we are. Let's hit the add device button there in the middle, since we don't have any other Aosu devices currently in the app. And now it wants to scan the QR code that is on the top of the camera. So once we have done that, then we are now ready to hold the power button down, which is on the bottom of the camera, right where the micro SD card slot is. You hold that button down for 5 seconds until basically you hear the camera start talking to you. It will say hello. Once you hear that, then we should start also seeing a blue light blink on the front of the camera. That kind of shows you that the camera is in pairing mode. And at this point, we are ready to add in our Wi-Fi information. Now remember, this is only a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection, so it will not support 5 gigahertz. So make sure that you're trying to add the correct Wi-Fi SSID, otherwise it will fail, or at least it won't get connected. But once you get all the info in there and you hit next, it will begin setting up the Wi-Fi. We'll give it a few seconds here, and boom, we are now connected successfully. Now we can assign it a name if we want to, based on maybe what location we're putting the camera. Once we do that, we can hit done. And of course, they want to talk to you about their cloud offering. If you're not messing with that, or you don't want to participate in cloud offering right now, then you can go ahead and skip that. And it looks like we have a firmware update that we can apply to the camera, so we're going to go ahead and do that here. And I'll kind of fast forward through that so we don't have to watch that whole thing. But basically, we have the camera added into the Aosu app, and we are ready to move on to the next step and get this camera mounted outside. Okay, so here is my usual install test spot for cameras on the front side of my house. I have this wooden post out here that I use, and since this is a PTZ camera, it gives a pretty good coverage area to work with because I can kind of see the entire front side of my house. And this is kind of right in the middle, so it works out well. And you can see in this clip, I've pulled the old camera off that I had mounted there before. So we now have a clean slate to start with and get this new camera and solar panel installed. First part of the install was to just get the mounts installed, and so you can see I have both of those here. I put the camera on bottom and of course the solar panel mount on top. And you can see here in this last clip we got it all set up, got the solar panel mounted up there and plugged into the camera, and we are pretty much ready to go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next step, and I will go over the config options in the app. All right, let's go over what all we can do in the Aosu app with this solar camera. So here we are in the app itself, and you can see that live feed of the camera right there at the top. We do have the various controls down at the bottom. Probably my favorite part of this app is this panoramic image that you can set up. And basically, once you have it configured, you can touch anywhere on the image and the camera will go right to that spot. So that's pretty cool. I really like that feature. So along the bottom there, from left to right, we got the light button, so you can turn on the light outside at night if you wanted to. You can also sound a tone. You have a two-way talk so that you can talk with the person on the other end of the camera right there from the app. Then of course we can sound a full-on alarm if we wanted to. Now, in that little menu button in the far corner, there is a few calibration options that you can do if you needed to, but that about covers everything that you can do right here on the main screen. If we go up in the settings up in the top corner there, first things first, we have the ability to change the name if we wanted to. Next up, you have all of your AI detection settings right there together. So we got human detection, we got intrusion detection, and then of course lastly we got vehicle detection as well.
These are all on by default, but you can make a few customizations here if you wanted to. Under notification settings, this is where we can make sure we get push notifications from the app, and you can choose how you want to receive those. So they have an immediate notification mode, which will send you limited information as soon as it gets an alert, or you can have what they consider intelligent notification mode, which gives you more details, but it is a little bit delayed on the notification so that it can accumulate enough information to send you. If you do choose the intelligent mode, you do have the ability to enable which types of events you want to be alerted on. By default, they are all on. All right, under cloud storage is where we can look at the various cloud offerings that Aosu has to offer. I prefer to use local storage. Remember, this camera will hold up to 128 gig of local storage with a micro SD card. So for me, that's really all I need. Under default view, this is kind of what you would call preset spot, at least with a lot of other vendors. Basically, you can assign a default view and the camera will return to that spot after a period of time. So if it's been out tracking somebody, it will come back to that spot when it's done. You just basically select the spot that you want and you hit save. Under video audio, this is where we can set our streaming quality. We also have the ability to set the night mode that we want it to run with. I usually have mine set to automatic. I feel like that works pretty well. You also have the ability to adjust the camera volume here as well down at the bottom. Battery management. This is where you can view the current battery status for this camera. You also have the ability to set what type of record mode you want to use. So just keep in mind, this is a solar panel camera, so it does run on batteries. If you do continuous recording, it will drain the battery. So just make sure you do keep that in mind. We have the ability to turn off the LED status light on the front of the camera if we wanted to. If we just want to make that camera a little bit more hidden at night. Of course, we have our Google Home and Alexa settings here as well. If you need to find information on the device, you can do that in the About Device section here, like your MAC address, IP address, all the information on the device itself, you can do that here. Other than that, if you want to check for firmware updates, you can do that down here at the bottom as well. If you recall, we did a firmware update right when we got this camera added to the app, so I think we're good to go in that respect. But that's about it as far as what your capabilities are in the app. Let's go ahead and move on to the last step, and I will give you my final thoughts. To start things off, here is some footage from the camera. So of course we got daytime footage here, and I can kind of move the camera around here just to kind of show you what all of it looks like. But you can see it has a very clear 2K quality picture. I mean, it's pretty clear. Not a bad image at all. Now here with the nighttime footage, we can show you it a couple of different ways. We'll start with the IR night vision, so you can kind of see the black and white image, but again, still pretty clear, comparable to what I would consider other 2K cameras that are out there. And then, of course, we'll turn on that built-in spotlight here so you can see what the color night vision looks like as well. And again, really nice quality image. So around 80 bucks for this solar panel camera, it's not that bad of a deal. There's a lot of these various solar paneled cameras on the market. It's more along the lines of what features you're looking for, because a lot of them are pretty much priced all around the same. According to Aosu, as long as this solar panel gets about 2 hours of sunlight a day, it will keep this camera going without any issues. So that's pretty awesome to me. You mix that with their app and some of the cool features that they have, like that panoramic feature that I love, where you can just touch anywhere on that image and the camera will move to that spot. So I love that feature; it's so cool. Remember, if you are interested in this camera, keep an eye out on Amazon. I see coupons drop from time to time, so just monitor the camera if you're interested in it, and I guarantee you will see a coupon drop at some point. I will have links to Aosu's website as well as their Amazon storefront in the description below. If you are not interested in this particular camera, head over there, see what all they have to offer. I guarantee you'll find something that you do like.
I want to thank everybody for donating to my Buy Me a Coffee link. Every little bit helps. If you haven't had a chance, head over to my spring merchandise page and check out all the Burns home automation merchandise. And if you're looking for the latest smart home gear, you're going to want to check out SmoNet. I'll have a link in the description below. If you head over there, you can see what deals they currently have running. And if you're looking for the latest smart window treatment, you're going to want to check out Smartwings. I'll have a link in the description below for them as well. Head over there and see what deals they currently have running. And if you're interested in buying and selling stock or maybe cryptocurrency, check out Robinhood. There's a link in the description below. If you sign up with that link, you and I both will get a free share of stock. It's a win-win for both of us. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comments below. As always, if there are any videos out there that you'd like to see that I don't already have out there, let me know in the comments as well, and I'll see if I can't get something put together for you guys. Otherwise, see you guys around.